My question is for the Leader of the Government in the Senate. Senator Harder, before your appointment as a Senator and the Trudeau Government Senate Leader, you were the head of the Trudeau Transition team. In that role, one of your chief responsibilities would have been vetting cabinet ministers. Before multi-millionaire MP Bill Morneau was appointed to cabinet in the role of Finance Minister, his many potential conflicts of interest were well known and reported in the media. Now these chickens are coming home to roost. We see an established pattern of failure to properly vet candidates for the Trudeau cabinet, first Hunter Tootoo, then Miriam Monsef. And now we learn Prime Minister Trudeau's number 2 in cabinet, the Finance Minister, failed to put his Morneau-Chappell shares into a blind trust. All the while, he's profited to the tune of $13 million just since he became Finance Minister. It is astounding that the Prime Minister of Canada would put Mr. Morneau in charge of regulating the very industry from which he derives significant financial benefits every single month. So, Senator Harder, I want to know, as the Trudeau Government Transition head, what advice you gave Prime Minister Trudeau on Bill Morneau's appointment as the Finance Minister. Did the Prime Minister ignore your advice, or did you just fail to give it?
Senator Harder.
In response to the honourable senator's question, I want to repeat what I've said on other occasions when questions have been asked about work I've done outside of the responsibilities I hold and for which I am responsible to responding here. So the question with respect to my conduct or advice during a period of transition before the government became the government is and will remain private. Let me, though, use the occasion, as I have when the question was properly posed by the Leader of the Opposition yesterday, assure all senators and Canadians that from when he was first elected to the appointment by Mr. Morneau as being Minister of Finance, he has worked with the Conflict of Interest and Ethics Commissioner to ensure that he is in full compliance with the Commissioner. As I indicated when I was asked earlier, the Minister has sent a letter to the Ethics Commissioner to request a meeting to discuss further recommendations if needed. And I want to repeat that the Minister has both the full confidence in the Ethics Commissioner and the Prime Minister has full confidence in the Minister.
Senator Batters.
Well, that wasn't much of an answer, Senator Harder. Maybe you're wishing the Prime Minister was here to answer on your behalf. Unfortunately for you, today he's not. As the Trudeau Transition head, you had a responsibility to advise this government on vetting cabinet ministers for potential conflicts of interest. This whole debacle could have been avoided if Prime Minister Trudeau had chosen someone other than Bill Morneau as the Minister of Finance. So once again, Senator Harder, did you advise Prime Minister Trudeau to appoint Bill Morneau as Finance Minister, knowing the ethical quandary this would create? Did you advise against it, and the Prime Minister ignored your advice?
Senator Harder.
I have no comment.